Hi, I'm Rohit. Some of you might know me as Toll-Free Traveler from my YouTube channel or Instagram, but I'm here today to walk you through the process of how you can design, personalize, and order a Viterra Munro Street Mesh riding jacket. Now, the Monroe I think is a very exciting offering because for the first time ever, you can personalize the look of your jacket, you can choose what type of armors go into your jacket, and you can also decide what accessories you may or may not want with your riding jacket. To walk you through the online design process, I'm going to fire up my computer, share the screen with you so that you can watch along as I design a jacket online on the Viterra website. So I'm now here on the Viterra website, www.viterragear.com. You can either click on this big shop now tab here, or you can go to the apparel tab and go to jackets. This will bring you to the Monroe Street Mesh jacket page. Now, before you get to building your own jacket, I would recommend spending a little bit of time on this page doing a few things. One is to go through the description, where you'll get more information about the jacket, the materials used, the levels of safety, the armor, and also unique design touches that go into this jacket, and just get to understand a little bit more about the product itself. And you should also definitely go through the images on the gallery over here, because this will not only show you what the jacket looks like, but also give you more information about the liners available. There are two types of rain liners, there are two types of warm liners, and the three different types of armor options that are available, and also about some of the other accessories and options that are available with this jacket. Once you've done that, you can refer to the two little red tabs over here. One is the Design Your Jacket tab, which explains the steps that go into designing a jacket online, and also read this next is the order process, which is what happens after you've designed your jacket online before you get the final jacket itself. Since the purpose of this video is to explain these aspects in a little bit more detail, I'm not going to spend too much time here. We can go ahead and get down to the fun stuff, which is designing a personalized Monroe riding jacket. I'd suggest opening the Build Your Own link in a new tab so that you can always toggle between pages in case you want a little bit more information about a particular accessory or something that you're looking at in the jacket itself. So when you go to your new tab, you will be in the Viterra Design Studio. The Design Studio has a very simple layout, easy to use, easy to understand. Here on the right, you have the Monroe jacket in all black. So this is where you start from a pure black variant. You have three view options available: front, side, and back. So as you're designing and changing colors on this, you'll be able to look at the jacket from different angles. Now, in terms of changing the look of the jacket, you have a few options available. The first is that you can change the color of the mesh on the chest, arms, sides, and back. You have three mesh color options: black, light gray, and dark gray. So depending on what look you like, you can decide what color of mesh you might want on your jacket, and you can mix and match between these. So you could choose to have dark gray on the chest and light gray on the arms and black on the sides, or whatever suits your taste basically. That's the whole point of this personalization process. So depending on your personal taste and preference, you can choose what look you actually like. You can look at the jacket from multiple angles to see what it seems like. Now you also get to choose the color of the trims on the jacket. Now you can't really see the trims right now, but when I go ahead and change this color to red, you will notice them. One patch on each of the arms, two in the front, and one piece at the back. These are the trims, and you have 8 color options: the black, the red, fluorescent green, blue, orange, yellow, light gray, and dark gray. Now, this is something that might be quite difficult to choose. At the time of placing the order, you do have to make one selection, but you can thereafter speak to the team at Viterra and they will send you color options as well in case you're confused, and you can make a final decision of your trims after you actually see them in person. You also have a Save for Later tab here, which allows you to save your design and come back and work on it a bit later, as well as a Download Image tab, which allows you to download a picture of the jacket that you might want to share with your friends in case you want a second opinion before you go ahead and finalize the colors that you want. Now, this is the design part of this. You also get to then choose what liners and what accessories you may or may not want with your jacket itself. This is pretty interesting because so far you usually have two kinds of options as far as riding jackets go. Either you get a mesh jacket that doesn't come with any liners, or you are forced to buy all the liners in a jacket even though you may not use them. So for example, if you live in a warmer part of the country, you don't really need winter liners. So with the Monroe, they offer you the option of just not buying a winter liner if you don't want it, Or they give you two types of winter liners that you can choose from. There's a winter liner without a hood and a winter liner with a hood. So depending on what you want and depending on how you think you will be using your jacket, you can decide whether or not you actually want to buy these liners. Since I'm someone who rides in different weather conditions across the country, I thought it would be good to have good quality liners from Viterra itself. When it comes to the rain jacket, I had the choice between the standard and the pro. I opted for the pro. If you don't want any of them, you can simply click opt out and then nothing will be added. You will notice that as you add any optional liners, they will reflect over here, and also the price of the jacket will change up here so that you can see what additions you're making to the jacket. With the warm liner, I opted for the one without the hood. You also have an option with the hood, or you can again just opt out of it all. Again, once I've added the warm jacket without the hood, the price has changed over here and this shows up on my screen right here. Now in terms of armor, like I said, the jacket comes standard with the YF level 2 protectors, but you can upgrade to SASTEC, which is a superior quality, softer armor as well. So you can upgrade to a SASTEC shoulder, elbow, back, or you can upgrade to a SASTEC shoulder, elbow, back and chest. So the jacket has chest armor pockets, but you can choose whether or not you want that armor depending on the level of protection that you're seeking. If you want to continue with just the standard YF option, you can just simply click on opt out and that is what will be recorded. Thereafter, a small few touches. You can have your name and blood group on this. It records up to 8 characters. So if you have a longer name, you might have to shrink it a bit and leave a space between your name and the blood group itself. And then there is an optional travel apparel bag as well. You do get a cover with the jacket itself, but you also have the option to buy a more premium travel apparel bag, more information of which you will find on the main Monroe Street Mesh jacket page. So this is the apparel bag that you can get at a discounted price if you buy it along with the jacket, but otherwise you will still get a basic cover with the jacket itself. Now, if for any reason along the way you feel like you want to start from scratch, you can just click on the reset button. It'll take you back to that basic black version of the jacket and you can start the design process all over again. This is really fun actually. I've really enjoyed using this design studio and playing around with different color options and figuring out what is the real look of the jacket I want and what are the things that I want with my jacket. I've enjoyed that process and I think you will too. But once you're happy with the look of the jacket itself, you can proceed to add it to your cart. Now you'll notice that nowhere along this process you've chosen the size of the jacket, which is something that we usually choose right up front. But you'll understand why, because that happens in the second part during the order process itself, and I will talk to you about that once we're done with the online design and placing the order. So once the jacket is added to the cart, you will once again get a summary of your order. You can quickly cross-check that the choices are what you had actually gone for. For me, I've got dark gray mesh on the chest, arms, sides and back, my red trims, a rain liner pro, warm liner without hood, and upgraded my armor to the SASTEC shoulder, elbow, back and chest. So once I've confirmed that, I can proceed to checkout. One of the interesting things is that no money will be deducted from your account when you go ahead and place this order. That happens only subsequently when a sample jacket is being sent to you. Again, we will talk about that in a little bit more detail shortly. So you can go ahead and fill out your billing information in the checkout page. And once you've selected this option, you can go ahead and place the order. At this point, your order is placed in queue. This is when you have completed the online design of your jacket. Hereafter, the order process will begin. So once you've finished designing your jacket online and you've placed your order in queue, you can move on to the Monroe order process, which happens in a few stages. The first of which is that someone from Viterra will reach out to schedule a call with you. It's during this call that they will talk to you about sizing. Based on their inputs and your measurements, you will decide on what is probably the best suited size for you. And you can also talk to them about any trim color options that you might be considering or any other questions that you might have about the jacket. They will then get back to you whenever they are ready to send a sample jacket to you, at which point they will share a payment link and you can then pay for the jacket itself. A few days after you've paid for it, box number 1 lands up at your doorstep. Now this box number 1 has a sample jacket along with trim samples. It will not have the rain liners or the winter liners. It will have a jacket that you will notice has 3 different colors of mesh panels. So you get an actual touch and feel of the jacket, the materials used. You can see the colors of the mesh itself. And if you've opted for one or more trim color options that you're considering, they will send you those trim options as well. They come with Velcro, so you can actually put them on the jacket and see what they look like before you decide what color you actually want to finally go with. And obviously, when you have a sample jacket with you, you can try it on for size. You will have another call with the team at Viterra, at which point they will discuss sizing and your final color options with you. So in case you're having any issues with fit, they will have this jacket picked up, send you a different size jacket, and you can then try it on so that you're fully convinced about the size that you want to finally go ahead with. And you can also talk to them about any changes that you might want to make in terms of color options compared to what you had placed in your order online. But once everything is clear and you've spoken to them and everyone has agreed on the final color combination and the final sizing, you will go ahead and provide a final confirmation of the order, and this is when they will start producing your personalized riding jacket. And soon enough thereafter, you will get box number 2, which is your very own personalized, customized riding jacket with whatever accessories you ordered, with the levels of armor that you ordered. This will be the final jacket. It's one of the most special feelings ever when you get that package. It's possible somebody else might get a jacket in the same type and color that you, but you are actually able to get something that you envisioned and something that you saw and something that you wanted. That's the beauty of personalization. That's the beauty of customization. It is something unique, and it will now be there for you to use and enjoy.